Hi guys, I'm doing a pick a card reading today. I'm trying to get the cards where you can see them. I have a seashell, I have a quartz, and I have a turquoise. Let's see if I can line that up. Okay, and then I'll show those to you. I'm going to put it back there. Okay, so group 1, seashell ring. It's actually a ring that I bought at Marie Laveau's shop in New Orleans. Cute little place. Piece of crystal quartz on group 2. And then one of my favorite rings, also big chunk of turquoise on group 3. So if you'll choose which one speaks to you, this reading is going to be about who you are at your core. What kind of person are you at your core? While you're looking at these and deciding, forgive my cards in the background here. While you're looking at these and deciding which one you want to go with, let me show you my bracelet. Beautiful. My mom gave this to me for Mother's Day. We had a late Mother's Day celebration because she lives far away from me, so she was visiting me this week. And I love it so much. It's a little bit big, but it's a really cute bracelet. And then the other thing I wanted to say, I wanted to make an announcement, and that is that readings for the rest of the month of May, so through May 31st at midnight, readings are only $10, personal readings. So email me to get on the schedule. I've already got a couple of you scheduled for those, and the spots will fill up kind of quickly. But I'm celebrating my 10-year wedding anniversary this week, so in honor of that, I just thought we would do $10 readings. Thank you for everybody who's already done readings with me. I think I have finished for today, unless I've got new emails since last time I checked, which happens a lot. But I appreciate you guys, and I appreciate your support, and I love hearing how these readings resonate with you and how they've helped you in your situations. So if you want a reading between now and the end of May, they're only $10. Just email me and I will get you on the schedule. Without further ado, we're going to start with group number 1 when I get back. Okay, group 1, you chose the seashell ring. Okay, I'm going to put that on and we'll look at your cards. These cards are going to describe who you are at your core. King of Cups, Elk energy, the Devil energy, Father of Swords, and Sedna, infinite supply. Very, very interesting that every energy you have, if you chose group number 1, every single one of your representative energies is a king, a royal, a father, a mature person. So King of Cups is mature emotionally. He has a good hold on his emotions. He is somebody that feels quite deeply, but he's able to control those emotions when he needs to. He is very measured in his emotions. He knows, there's a time to laugh and a time to cry, and he's able to sort of play close to the vest when he needs to. But it doesn't mean that he's not deep and that he's not emotional. It just means that he knows when to pull that out and when to sort of tuck it back and tuck it in. The Elk energy. Elk is a very gentle but very, very strong energy. Elks are earthy. I'm getting a lot of Capricorn vibe, Taurus, earth signs. Very earthy, very grounded energies. They're so very gentle. They're so very gentle, but they're also big and imposing, and they will hurt you if they need to. Okay, and they will hurt you if you threaten their home space or their children. But what I like about the elk is the gentleness, is the quietness. I get a lot of heart. That still waters run deep is sort of how I'm feeling. And with the Elk and the King of Cups together, it feels like you are a very stable but very, very loving person. The Devil card, as I mentioned, is the card of Capricorn. Devil energy next to Elk energy is very interesting because they're both very earthy energies. The Goat is playful and fun. Can get you into trouble sometimes. You may have a bit of a mischievous spirit about you, but you don't mean any harm by it. You never are trying to hurt anybody. If you're a practical joker or somebody that likes to play jokes or pranks, it's just part of who you are, but it's never meant to be malicious. You like to laugh. You like to sort of shake people out of their seriousness, it feels like. And then Father of Swords is the King of Swords in the traditional deck. I love it in this deck. The owls are about observance and communication. Swords are about communication, truth, clarity. So the King of Swords is the master of those things. He's a master at communication. And it goes so well with the King of Cups. Because as we talked about, King of Cups is a master of emotions. He knows when to use his emotions, when to keep them close to the vest, and when to allow others to see them. And the King of Swords, Father of Swords, is like this with his truth or the truth. He knows when to speak it. He knows when to hold his tongue. He knows when is the right time to communicate his truth. He's very good at listening. He's very good at observing. Okay, owls are very, very observant. They tend to see everything. They're nocturnal. You may be nocturnal. A lot of earthy, a lot of forest energy. And then the goddess card that you got is Sedna, infinite supply. You are supplied for today and all of your tomorrows. Okay, so you may be the kind of person that has money on your mind. All of the earth energy cards are pentacles in the traditional deck, and they are about making money. So you may be a hustler in a good way. You may be the kind of person who is really setting up for yourself, really building an empire for yourself. I don't know if you have a job and a side hustle. Are you just investing? Are you saving? But it does seem to be something that is on your mind. All in all, you're very stable energy. You're somebody who can be counted on. You're somebody who, if my car breaks down and I call you, you're going to come. If I need advice, you're going to give it to me but not hurt me with it. Yeah, very good, very stable energy. So that's who I feel like you are at your core. Let me know if this resonated with you, group number 1. Okay, group number 2, if you chose the clear quartz, then this reading is for you. This is who you are at your core. Please be sure to let me know in the comments if this reading resonates with you or not. So you have the Death card, the Mouse, the Fool, the Son of Cups, and Rhiannon. So the Death card is the card of Aries. It's also the card of Mars, the god Mars. This is representative of who you are for your fellow man, okay? Death card, a lot of times, when we're doing other tarot readings, it talks about transformation. We've talked about it so much, changing from caterpillar to butterfly, major changes in your life. But as a person, representing you, it represents that the Death card says that you are a fiery person, like an Aries, like a fire sign, whether you're a fire sign or not. But you are sort of you're the defender of other people. You come to the aid of the underdog. If somebody's being mistreated, then you jump to their defense. Okay, you are that person. You are somebody who, even animals, if an animal is being mistreated, you can't stand to see it. You're not going to walk past it. You're not going to see something involving animals or children or somebody weaker than and not say something. You're very much a defender of your fellow man and of the people that you share space with and the animals and other energies that you share space with. So noble is actually the word that came to mind as I was saying that. You're a noble person when it comes to others in your space and people that you love. The next card, the Mouse card. Mice. Mice are good at projects. This can mean that you're detail-oriented. It means that you notice little things that other people don't notice. It means that you don't mind getting your hands dirty. I always picture mice. When I picture mice, I picture them, doing this little thing with their little paws before they eat. Mice are super cute, actually. I have a friend that had pet mice for a while, and they're actually pretty smart animals. They're social creatures. It's funny that you got this right next to the Death card because death is so almost intimidating and imposing, and then the mouse is so gentle. And I think that both of these are true for you, by the way. I think that you can be either of these depending on the situation, because mouse is gentle. It almost feels like, you are gentle until you're provoked. You get along with everybody. You're a social person unless, there's a situation that needs you to speak up, and you don't have a problem doing that. You're an optimist for the most part. The Fool is a card of hope, of optimism, new journeys. This is somebody that doesn't hold grudges. This is somebody who is willing to move on. This is somebody who likes a fresh start. So if that is you, let me know if that sounds like you. Then, for example, in relationships and friendships, I feel like you would rather drop it than hold on to something negative. You would rather have a fresh start and say, okay, well, now that we talked about that, let's just try to do better in the future. Let's just move forward. And it doesn't mean that you forget, okay, what happened. I don't mean that you let people walk over you. I just mean that you try your best to be an optimist, to be hopeful, to be always moving forward. Keep moving forward. Feels like that's part of your motto. The Son of Cups. Son of Cups is the Knight of Cups. So you are someone who, and it's funny because that's two sort of waterfowl energies. This one is a bit more mature, I feel like, than the Fool. You are somebody who has grown emotionally. There has been growth in you when it comes to your emotions, and you maybe are more discerning than you were in the past with who you give your cup of love to, with who you share your emotions with. This card feels very stoic. He feels very still, sort of floating on the water, but this is what's going on the inside. He's got like a rave going on with all these emotions, love and passion and joy and anger and lust and, all of this wonderful mix of things. But this is what most people see, okay? And it sort of is like being the defender of the underdog, but also, being the gentle mouse, just depending on the situation. This feels like you can come across as just very stable, very still, very level. But the people that know you, they know that you have a wild side. They know that you've got a lot going on in there. You just don't share that with everybody else, okay? Unless you deem them safe or trustworthy or worthy to know those things about you. And your goddess card is Rhiannon, and it says Sorceress. You are a magical person who can manifest your clear intentions into reality. Isn't that beautiful? So you seem to be somebody who has a bit of a dualistic nature. It's funny that you chose number 2 because that's also dualism, that you can be fierce and you can be gentle. You're hopeful and optimistic and willing to forgive and willing to move forward, but you also are guarded at times with your heart. And you are somebody who can make things happen in your own life. And I wonder, do you know that about yourself? Because I got a little nudge right now, and I'm holding up Rhiannon, and it says the message here is that you're a magical creature who can literally manifest what you want and desire in your life. There are some of you looking at that maybe don't believe that about yourself. But it's true. It's true, group 2. It's true. Let me know if this resonated with you by liking and commenting, and we are moving on to group number 3. Hi, group number 3. Your group number 3, if you chose the big turquoise ring. These cards are going to tell us a little bit about who you are at your core. If these resonate with you, please like and share and subscribe and help me grow this channel, and let me know what part of this sounded just like you, or even if there's something that didn't sound like you, and just let me know what you thought. So you got the Chariot, Stingray, 9 of Pentacles, Judgment, and Isis. Very, very interesting. This might be my favorite of the groups that we do today. This is very interesting. So the Chariot, as you know, if you've watched my channel for any length of time, this is what I call my Son of Stars card. This means that you are highly favored by spirit, by the universe, whatever forces that you believe in. You are a victor. You triumph. Okay? This is also the card of Sagittarius. I'm trying to think. So fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. You may just share traits, or you may have Sagittarius in your chart. Okay? But somebody who is willing to go into battle, somebody who tends to come out on top when it comes to fights, especially if you're fighting about things that you're passionate about. I will say it sort of feels like you're, just like with group number 2, you don't get in arguments for argument's sake, but if you go to war with somebody, you're going to come out on top. Okay? And I feel like you know that about yourself. Next, you have the Stingray. Stingray is such an interesting energy. You see those chakras there, all balanced. Stingrays are deep. I feel like you are very deep emotionally. You swim in the depths. You are not afraid of feeling big. These feel like some of my water signs. This feels like Pisces energy to me. And I'm a Pisces as well. This feels like, gosh, yeah, you're not afraid to reach all the way down into your feelings, good or bad. You are not afraid. You're in touch with the part of you that is dark that is painful, and you're in touch with the part of you that is light and joyful, and you recognize that you have to have both of those things in order to be a whole human being, and there's nothing wrong with it. I feel like you're very balanced in that way. You got your chakras here, and I keep hearing the word balance. I feel like you're very balanced, very smooth. If you've ever seen a stingray or been somewhere that you can pet the stingrays and you've seen them sort of glide, I feel like you're somebody who, you're smooth. You glide through situations, and this is an acquired skill, okay? I don't feel like you were born with this. I feel like you have learned as you have grown and aged and matured how to navigate rough seas and calm waters in your life, and you do your best to do that at all times. It's important to you. It is important to you to have a life that feels smooth and, good, positive, and it's something that you work towards. But you're not afraid of emotion. You're not afraid of feelings, of having them, of expressing them. So that's very interesting, those two things together, that you want things to go smoothly, but you also are willing to do the hard work, the inner work. 9 of Pentacles. So this is earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. You may have that in your chart. You may be one of those sun sign, but this feels more like not that you value money, but that money has value to you, that certain things in your life are treasured to you, and those things that are your treasure, you really keep them safe. You keep them not guarded, not locked away, and it doesn't have to be money. I was talking today about my past grandfather, who I love so much, some of his belongings and where they are and who has them, and the way that they're being taken care of or passed down through, kids and grandkids. And this can be something like that. If your precious grandmother gave you some of her jewelry before she passed, you take excellent care of it. You're the kind of person that is meticulous with the cleaning of it, and when you wear it, you always put it back in the little box where it goes, because you care about it. And I feel like the things that matter to you, the things that you consider treasure, are things that you guard with your heart, you guard with your whole being. They have a very soft nest here, and it's something that you take seriously. And then we have Judgment card next. Judgment feels like it's an energy, when we're doing the regular readings, it's rebirth. And you may very well be somebody who had a dark beginning, and now you are growing into a lighter past. You may be somebody that allows others to have that. Are you a healer? Are you somebody that, if you're a life coach or somebody who works with others, with tarot, with spiritual things, are you somebody that guides others out of their darkness and into their light? Because that's what this feels like. This feels like there are people, these may be children, these may be family members, these may be total strangers. Are you a life coach or something that you're helping others to rise up into their true selves, their highest selves? Are you just an encourager in that way, and someone who you take something that you've learned and you pass it on to the next person because you want this growth for them as well? This is very, very good, very positive energy, very light, encouraging, very loving energy. That feels really good. That feels really good. And then your goddess card is Isis, past life. This situation involves your past life memories. So, do you believe in past lives? I hope you do. I totally do. This feels like the reason that you're able to be so good at some of the things that you are is because you've learned a lot in your other lifetimes and your other incarnations, and you brought those lessons forward with you. So you're able to be the Chariot card, the winner, the Son of Stars, because you learned that confidence. You're able to be the Stingray because you learned how to be in touch with your emotions and how to sail through rough waters. You learned to value the things that are important in life. You've learned that other people need to know how to do these things too, and maybe your purpose, part of your purpose, is to help them figure that out. And you've learned that in your past lives, in your past incarnations. Very, very interesting. I think this one was my favorite. You guys, let me know what you thought. Tell me if this resonated with you at all. Does any of this sound like you? Let me know down in the comments. I'll be sure to read those later. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.